Good morning, YouTube friends, subscribers. jwsolarusa. Today's video, I'm gonna give you another update on how the system is performing. And yesterday, I shot the video the same time, and here is the time here, approximately the same time at 8:25 a.m. Okay, and power production is coming out from the solar array, and what is going to the batteries, and what the batteries are, and how much energy we already produce. So coming here to the charge controllers, which are awesome machines here. One of top of the line machines you can think of, or they're popular on YouTube videos there, or a few of them are missing, which are really good, Schneider's and all the cool stuff, but these are the most popular. If I have to be honest with you, or just giving you a random, and these are the most popular machines out there on the solar industry. Sometimes you feel like if you don't own one of these machines, you already left out. So everybody's trying to jump in and trying to make sure they get one of these machines to feel part of the family. This is just a fact, and to be honest with you guys, if someone doesn't have one of these, they think probably they left out, but you're not. Any charge controller you have that works for you is doing the job. You're part of the community, you're part of the family, you're doing the right thing. It's not all about the big machines and expensive machines. If you jump into solar, and you're doing the right thing, because we are saving the planet and we are generating our power. We are living self-efficient, and we are helping the community, and we're doing the best we can do for ourselves. Well, that's not the topic. The topic is on production today. If you look at the numbers right here, we bring in about 310 watt, okay, compared to yesterday, which was sunny, and the morning hours, and it's cooler. Today is gonna be about 80 degrees high later, and talking about humidity. And look at the amps. Okay, I hope you can see that. I have a lot of glare this time because the sun is all over my house. We're charging the batteries. Brought down the batteries yesterday to 80%, 79% on a load. So I decided to give the system a break so that I can get back all the way up there. And as of now, you can see it's about 80% is charging, and it's just 8:29 a.m. in the morning. So I'm gonna make sure that this system gets properly charged. Batteries are expensive. See what just happened there? It's a cloud just cover. See the modules, they're going down. See, that's the other thing again about series. It's very, very powerful, and if it doesn't have any clouds, if it would have been all in parallel connection, you can still produce your power. But the only problem is you're gonna be facing big wires. They're expensive, not expensive. They're really hard to work with because they're really hard and really difficult, and it's just crazy when you do that. But you making tons of power because the panels are all running independently, just like when you have a macro inverters installed on your PV, on your panels. They run independently because each macro inverter is going to be running on its own panel. So if one is shaded, one is working right. So that's how almost initially that's how parallel connection works. They still produce tons of power, you know, because all they do, they collect and increasing the amperage, and while the voltage is down. You cannot just have high voltage, a high amperage. It doesn't work like that. That's not how the calculation goes. You're supposed to have, when you're running a 240 volt, for example, then you tend to run at a lower amps. But you cannot just have it max and max. It doesn't work that way. You know, if you can, in the solar industry, you can, world, you can do a shorter calculation that, you know, you run a strings of twos, or no, you have a three strings of 5 solar panels, and these that, and after that you series all those and parallel those to bring the amperage a little bit higher, but the voltage is still running independently high on each arrays. So if you would have took those 3 arrays, whatever we just said, and put it into a parallel, would have been a massive current, which maybe you can even have a charge controller to handle that, and that would be a disaster. But the thing is, they tend to use a high voltage. Then you can able to put a lot of panels into one controller, like this guy or this guy. This guy takes about, the classic takes about 96 amps, 150 volt, and Outback takes a 60 amps at 150 volt. So they're both running 150 volt. There are other ones there out there that can go more than that, like the classic, the 200. It goes with a 200 volts. But see, what this is what I'm trying to say. It goes the voltage higher and the amperage lower. So since it's a classic 200, the 200 means 200 volts, and I think I'm not sure. I don't want to call what the amps gonna be. The amps are probably around the 80s or something like that. Around that, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. But I've looked at it, and that's exactly, the amps are low. But you can able to put a lot of panels. If you have high voltage panels, you can able to do that, because if you use the classic 200. Okay, but this one here is a classic 150. This is the one that you can able to connect. You can able to do hydro, wind, and solar, which this one cannot do. You have to have extra machines that you can able to utilize this. You know, you get a flex net, and some of them has I've seen someone that use a Morningstar for just the wind turbines, that you can use 2 wind turbines, which is 100 kilowatts each, and you can able to connect them on his wind turbines with the Morning Star, because he wasn't using the MPPT. He just used the normal, the PWM, pulse width modulation. So he used that so that he can able to he had a brake system too as a dump load, so that the wind turbine can be spinning if the batteries are full. So they just transmit power back to the outback. So that's a lot of people were saying it's better to have a classic than having outback. They all serve the same purpose. It depends. Some of them may have to throw extra money to get all the other stuff, especially like the outback. The classic is built for those kind of stuff. But these are all, it's not like one is better than the other. It's just that they're all carrying different purposes. You know, this video is just an update on a lot of stuff, like specifications and all that, what they can do. So I don't want someone to think that you're off track on your topic. You know, you don't pay attention to these. You know, this is just a random update. So this is how people look at stuff, but you pay for what you get. You have to have a plan. What do you want to do? You have to have a plan. If you have a plan, you are not thinking about hydro, you're not thinking about wind, you're thinking about solar, then you got into this stuff, and later you want to jump back and use the same machine for that purpose. You want to change it to from solar to wind. Now you're facing problem, and people tend to complain that outback is not the best for this thing. You rather prefer going with classic, because you were not planning, you didn't prepare yourself for what you want to get into. If you know that you're going to be doing that in the future, you just have to get the right thing at the first time. This is the reason, folks, why I bought this one, the classic, because I'm thinking about going wind sometime in the future. That's the one old reason, because I'm not going back buying another charge controller or buying something that's really designed for wind, or these I end up having 2, 3, 4 charge controllers that I don't need. You know, I'm spending money. That time is just like junking all this other stuff and trying to resell them. I'm not gonna have that much money back, and it's frustrating. So that's why you don't want to do that. Like I said yesterday on that video, is prepare. You gotta be ready. Preparedness is always, when you're ready, you prepare for certain things. It's not like jumping into things. Think, it's money here. Think twice before you ever gonna do the stuff, because you might change in the future. See, I'm ready here. I'm ready. I can take this controller. Today I said, okay, I'm done with the classic. I don't want to put it on solar. I'll take this one, put it in the wind. You know, renewable energy, it makes the power for me. Okay, and I will say, okay, I'll stay with the outback with for solar. Okay, I can still do that. I can put panels here. They can run me whatever I want. Then I was like, hey, you know, instead of getting another charge controller I can put panels into, why can't I just go hybrid and get a charge controller built in, an inverter built in, and a grid-tied system built in? Because you, after the power, certain voltages or certain, when you already charge the batteries, if it's a 24 volt, as soon as it hit the 25 or 26.5, it started inverting the power back to the grid. So that saves me a whole bunch of machines I have to buy, like buying a charge controller, buying another inverter and buying another a grid-tied inverter, that machine will do exactly what I want. That's one of the things, folks, I'm looking at again, and you might probably see in my next video or somewhere in the future that you're gonna be seeing a hybrid system like the other guys have out there. You know, you can able to charge. It's just one machine, big machine, just like the size of this box. Okay, size of this box. Then you can able to wire your panels in exact inside there, and you taking those panels. The panels, it has a charge controller inside and charges the batteries. And by charging the batteries, and the power is you already charge the batteries, they're already on the float mode. It brings them all the way to 80% and it started inverting. Okay, I've done a lot of research on those machines, size of this box, and it has an inverter built in. That time you don't have to worry about inverters like this, inverter like that. You can still keep that one if you want to, like the Outback, the integrated system, but that one is a FX3048MT, so the mobile version. If you're curious, check out my other video yesterday. You will see exactly, and you can look it up online. So that's one of the things. That's how you have to do it and prepare. So right now with my two chart controllers here, I'm ready, I'm prepared for what's coming, and I'm ready for more panels. I can put a 3500, I can put another 2500 on this one if I want. So you see, that's how you get ready and you prepare for stuff, and you are able to execute whatever you want to do in the near future. jwsolarusa, and this is just a tips for people that advise that really want to do things and they get tied up and they get stuck into something they don't even know how to get out. But you have to prepare. Always prepare, and you will know what kind of machine you need and what you want to use in the future. And maybe not for now, but always think about the future first. Okay? You have a nice day, and this is just an update and advice on devices and planning what you have to do if you want to upgrade, if you want to do something in the future with your machines, because we tend to change our needs, our wants, and whatever. So our expectation is really high. Why this machine can do this, why this machine can do that. Instead of comparing, well, that machine can do this and that machine can do that. No, well, these machines are crap and these other machines are good. You started rating them in different way because it's not from the machines, it's from you. You made a mistake and you are not planning. Maybe this machine is not designed for doing a wind, or this one is not designed for doing hydro. So what do you need? Why you have to buy two machines? Find a machine that does both. If you're tired with solar, you can go wind. If you want to, unless you want to have wind and solar, so you don't end up spending a lot of money, or you don't end up having a lot of machines. Find either or. You know, if you want to do later, maybe you don't like solar, or maybe you want to stay on wind, you can just stay with this machine. You know, that was my plan. If I'm tired with solar, I can go wind. I can just switch her. I don't want solar anymore. I do this one. If I want just solar, I would have bought just the solar one. The design, I think the lights, classic lights, they designed for only solar, doesn't do this. This is the one that does both. The 150 classic. So I decided to have one can do both. I can make a profit. I spend a little bit more, but it's beneficial. So I can able to use this one today, I can able to use it tomorrow, I can able to use in the future. I still have this one can do solar. I can able to use, if I want to use this on wind, I have to buy other extra machines, while this one is already built for that. So this is my choice. That's why I did two, because I bought this one first before buying this one. Okay, so that's the thing. Like, I don't want someone saying, then why do you have two? I bought this one first, but I know why I bought this one. I don't want to buy any other crappy machine that's 2 years later, a year later, whatever. Like what I'm doing. If you watch my videos, you see different projects I'm doing, switching appliances most of the time. I'll constantly upgrade. Well, this is what I did, and I don't want to keep on doing too much. And I want to go hydro in the future, live in the country or whatever. I can use this. I want to use wind. I can use this. I can always use this again for my solar backup to give me power for sun, if there's sun, because the wind comes out. You have more winds on the winter time, high winds, so I can have my solar during summer, winter, whatever, and this one can get the wind. All right, JW Solar USA, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Please subscribe, like, thumbs up, and share.